Welcome to our signature segment, See the Stories on the 3-Hour News Show on today. And before we introduce today's guest, I'd like to ask Chrysia, have you considered to go vegan once in a lifetime? Maybe?
Actually, I've tried being vegan, yes, because I have some issues with my skin. Growing up with all the hormones, my face was full of pimples.
Right.
And, I just stumbled upon a video on YouTube of this raw vegan person called Fully Raw Christina. And I was amazed by the way she eats and the way she looks.
Right. So how long did it last, you being vegan?
Well, in the first 2 weeks, I can already feel the difference.
Okay.
I felt the difference already. And then I continued that type of diet for about 3 months and voila, no more pimples.
Right. So it lasted for 3 months.
Yes,
Wow.
only 3 months. And
That's a great achievement. I tried pescatarianism for 2 months.
How was it?
It was, well, at the first week it was okay, second week it was okay, but after that I got ill and I became quite weak because my activity has been very busy, right? Very full. So I need other source of protein as well. And my doctor said that pescatarianism or veganism is not for you based on my DNA test result.
Well, I mean, each body is different, so
True.
you got to choose the kind of diet that really suits your lifestyle.
Exactly, and
right?
you have to consult with your doctor before going into any type of diet, right?
Totally agree.
Anyway, if you are interested in trying veganism as with Chrysia, you might want to participate in the Meatless Monday movement.
It's perfect for beginners. So Meatless Monday is an international campaign encouraging people to forego meat and boost their intake of plant-based food on Mondays only. The initiative aims to improve personal health while also benefiting the planet. By participating, one can contribute to a larger community effort, supporting local farmers and promoting seasonal produce, which in turn boosts the economy and positively impacts the environment. However, before adopting Meatless Monday, it is wise to consult with a doctor as one's health needs differ from others, like you said, Rory.
Fully agreed. So it's a really interesting program, right? Meatless Monday. But to know more about the movement of the program, we have Meatless Monday Executive Director Dian Rosdiana. Hello, Mbak Dian, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm very good, very excited to be here.
So thank you for being here in our studio, though. So can you please explain first, what is actually Meatless Monday movement and what is with Monday?
Yeah, actually Chrysia has already explained that well, but I can say that it consists of 2 words, right? One meatless and the other one is Monday, right? For meatless itself, it is actually a global movement, right? And it already started like 20 years ago in 2003. And these people, his name is Lerner. He kind of like thinking that we need to do something with our health, our environment, by cutting back the meat consumption regularly. And in terms of the Monday itself, because Monday is the beginning of the day of the entire week, so people tend to make plans and with high possibility of success if you start everything in Monday. So we can like hope when if we are promoting Meatless Monday, people start planning what they are going to eat in Monday, and for the rest of the week better.
So it's not stopping in consuming meat, but it's just limiting or reducing the amount of meat that you consume.
It's like cutting back.
Cutting back.
So because it has a lot of benefits, and by the way, this movement is already widespread. It's already around the globe. Like more than 40 countries already adopting this movement. Indonesia is just recently in the last 3 years. So yes, it is cutting back the meat consumptions, and it is only 1 day in a week. But if you can do more, you can do twice in a week. You can do 3 times in a week. That's okay.
Even better.
That's even better.
You mentioned something about the environment. I mean, this movement, this Meatless Monday, is not only for the sake of our health, right? But also to contribute to the environment. Could you please explain further, what is it that the meat industry is doing to the environment that we have to be aware of?
That's actually very good questions, because sometimes when we are eating, we don't think about other than maybe just only our health, right? But Meatless Monday help reducing gases emission. So you can imagine in livestock industry or farming, they have to open the forest. They have to do the deforestations. So there are a lot of gas emissions producing under the atmosphere, and then they have to feed them. That's another plantation.
Yeah.
And then after that, they have to, harvesting, and then processing all the way, transporting all the way until it is ready to be consumed in our plate. So all the process is actually creating a gas emission, increasing gas emissions, and that's really kind of scary. I saw one of the research saying that by 2050, if you don't change your meat habits, if you don't change your diet habits, the gas emission is going to be like 90% increasing from now.
Wow.
So you can imagine it's going to be a real global warming happening very soon if you don't do anything.
That's from the environment perspective,
Right.
actually, right? I'd like to focus on the health perspective. Maybe later, Crazy, I can dig deeper into the environment perspective. But in terms of health, I was told by my doctor, actually, to limit my red meat intake to once in a week. White meat, it is okay, such as fish or chicken, it is okay to consume it every day. It's even better for me. But red meat is once in a week. But then there are conflicting researches as well, saying that the elderly that eats less meat or doesn't eat meat at all, they have a bigger chance of developing dementia, Alzheimer, and even heart disease. So they need animal protein as well. So in terms of health benefits, by reducing or cutting back the amount of meat that you consume on a weekly basis, what is the health benefit that you feel and your other friends feel?
Right, I agree with you that there are some cases that maybe Meatless Monday is not fit for them.
Yeah.
But in general, we are focusing our effort in younger people, like Gen Z. These people usually they are trapped in a busy life pace, and they are too lazy to go out finding a healthy food. Sometimes the healthy food tastes not delicious and it's also pricey.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a new lifestyle we are trying to introduce to our Gen Z, and they are very good in accepting and very open in accepting new ideas on this Meatless Monday movement. So the idea is actually preventing them of any future heart diseases and also other health issues such as stroke or even stress management. So it can be part of that. However, we need to remember that we cannot just rely on the food itself, on the diet itself. We also have to think about the physical activities. We also have to think about the stress management, doing yoga, doing meditations, other than selecting carefully your healthy food.
Okay, so
there are a
meatless
lot
means not only red meats, right?
Right.
White meats as well.
White meat, fish, seafood, eggs, and dairy products.
So going
Just one
vegan.
day.
Yeah, but
Once in
everything
a
that
week.
comes from the animals are forbidden
Right.
every
On Monday, right.
Okay, you said that this movement first was introduced in Indonesia 3 years ago, right? How has it been since the first time it was introduced? Was it hard at first? Was veganism already popular at that time? And how is it compared to right now, 3 years after?
Well, yeah, I have to look back again to the history of Meatless Monday in Indonesia. When we started, it was very small and very, how do you call it, a very family-oriented kind of movement, because we meet our friends first, including the vegetarian and vegan society. We meet our friends from individuals who are activists of environment, of health, nutrition, diets, and something like that. And from there, we create kind of like a networking. And we grow bigger after that. So at the moment, we have like more than 40 community groups. We have more than 15,000 followers in our Instagram, which is
Huge.
we are very excited. Yeah, it's huge in 3 years, and these people are organic.
Yeah.
So we don't do anything with the account on our Instagram, and they are very enthusiastic to waiting kind of like our next content, next messages, especially every Monday, because that's where we are going to send our messages on recipe or one kind of meal you are going to have on Monday.
yeah.
So they don't have to be stuck with
Yeah.
what am I going to do, what I'm going to eat
Okay.
today.
I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but based on my observation, people nowadays are crazy about protein. I mean, yes, of course, we need protein, but many people are crazy about it. Like,
That's me.
always eat meat. Like, how many grams a day you have to fulfill your protein needs each day. So maybe they are the kind of people that are hesitant to try or to participate in the Meatless Monday movement. How can you assure them? What are the other choices besides, animal-based products that can substitute
Right.
the protein?
We have many substitute for the animal protein.
Yeah.
We have a lot of plant-based protein, such as soya bean. We make tempeh, we make tofu, things like that. And also there is green beans is also source of protein, or a lot. So we have these beans actually locally grown in Indonesia. It's very cheap, it's easy to access, but people don't have the awareness about there is actually the substitute of this.
This is what I like, because there's always substitute for animal sourced protein, right? Including for whey protein as well. And nowadays, whey protein are made of soy, right? And it's a good alternative to people consuming whey protein, as myself, that usually take the cow or dairy products whey protein.
Yeah.
We will continue,
Okay.
Diana,
Okay.
later on after the break.
Good.
I'm going to ask you more interesting stories about protein as well. And do you believe in the man-made meat? Because it's very popular nowadays in America and
Yeah.
Singapore, but then it has also a downside effect that many researchers disagree with the health properties of this man-made meat. We're going to ask you about that
Okay.
later on our See the Stories right after the break. Don't go anywhere.